Have you ever seen a movie where one tiny mistake unravels a perfect plan? Well, what if I told you that sometimes real life is even more dramatic than a Hollywood script? Today, we're diving into a jaw-dropping true story from the courtroom, where a single, seemingly insignificant question from a defense lawyer completely backfired, turning an open and shut case on its head and exposing a truth no one saw coming. Get ready, because this is a masterclass in how one wrong move can change everything. Picture this. A man is on trial for a very serious crime. The prosecution has built what seems like an airtight case. They have a star witness, someone who claims to have seen the defendant commit the act. For days, the prosecutor meticulously lays out the evidence piece by piece, painting a convincing picture of the defendant's guilt. The jury is listening intently. The defendant's future hangs in the balance, and everyone in the courtroom feels the tension building. It looks like a conviction is almost certain. The defense team is on the ropes, and they know it. They need a miracle. The star witness for the prosecution takes the stand. This witness is confident, articulate, and their testimony is devastating. They recount the events of the day in question with vivid detail, pointing directly at the defendant. The prosecutor finishes their questioning, and a sense of finality hangs in the air. Now it's the defense attorney's turn to cross-examine. This is his moment, his one chance to poke a hole in the prosecution's seemingly perfect narrative. He has to find a crack, any inconsistency that can plant a seed of doubt in the jurors' minds. The defense attorney, let's call him Mr. Allen, was a seasoned lawyer known for his sharp, aggressive style. He approached the witness stand, his expression a mix of skepticism and determination. He started with the usual questions, trying to challenge the witness's memory, their perspective, their potential biases. But the witness held firm, parrying every question with a calm and consistent answer. The jury seemed unshaken. Mr. Allen was getting nowhere, and you could feel his frustration mounting. He needed something big, a knockout blow. And that's when he decided to take a gamble. He shifted his line of questioning to the witness's physical capabilities. The witness was an elderly gentleman, and Allen saw a potential angle. He began questioning the witness about his eyesight. "Sir," he asked, his voice dripping with insinuation. "It was quite a distance from where you were standing to where the incident occurred, wasn't it? Over 100 yards, correct?" The witness agreed, and the lighting wasn't very good, was it? It was dusk. The witness agreed again. Allen paced back and forth, building his rhythm. He was trying to suggest that the witness, due to his age and the poor conditions, simply couldn't have seen what he claimed to have seen. He was painting a picture of a well-meaning but mistaken old man. He asked about the witness's glasses, his prescription, his last eye exam. The witness answered every question patiently. The jurors were leaning in, intrigued. Maybe the defense attorney was onto something? Maybe there was reasonable doubt after all? Feeling he was on the verge of a breakthrough, Mr. Allen decided to go for the jugular. He wanted to deliver a dramatic, memorable moment that would shatter the witness's credibility once and for all. He stopped his pacing, turned to face the witness directly, and pointed to the far wall of the very large courtroom. "Sir," he asked loudly, his voice echoing in the silent room, "can you tell me what time it is on that clock, way over there on the back wall?" He folded his arms, a smirk playing on his lips. It was a classic high-stakes courtroom maneuver. A gotcha question. The entire courtroom turned to look at the clock. It was far away, and the numbers were small. It would be a difficult task for anyone with perfect vision, let alone an elderly man. The prosecutor objected. "Objection, Your Honor. What relevance does this have?" But the judge, perhaps as curious as everyone else, overruled. "The witness may answer if he can." A heavy silence fell over the room. All eyes were on the elderly witness. He squinted slightly, peering towards the back of the courtroom. The defense attorney's smirk grew wider. He thought he had him. This was it. The moment the case would fall apart, he was sure the witness would stammer, admit he couldn't see it, and his entire testimony would be cast into doubt. But then, the unexpected happened. The old man, without missing a beat, calmly responded. "Well, sir," he began, his voice clear and steady, "I can't tell you the time. There are no hands on that clock." A collective gasp swept through the courtroom. Jurors' heads whipped back around to look at the clock. And sure enough, the clock on the wall was purely decorative. It was a clock face, but it had no hands. It was impossible for anyone to tell the time from it. The defense attorney's face went white, his jaw dropped. The trap he had so carefully laid had just snapped shut on him. In one single brilliant moment, the witness hadn't just proven that his eyesight was perfectly fine. I had demonstrated an incredible attention to detail that was far more powerful than just reading the time. He hadn't just seen the clock. He had observed it closely enough to notice a minute detail that everyone else, including the lawyer who had been in that room for days, had completely missed. His credibility, which the defense attorney had tried so hard to tear down, was now solidified, etched in stone. He wasn't just a reliable witness, he was an extraordinarily perceptive one. The courtroom erupted in murmurs. The jurors looked at each other, their expressions a mixture of shock and dawning realization. Some even stifled small smiles. The defense attorney, Mr. Allen, just stood there, speechless. His gamble had backfired in the most spectacular way imaginable. He had tried to expose a weakness, and had instead revealed an incredible strength. He had inadvertently handed the prosecution the most compelling piece of evidence yet, irrefutable proof of their star witness's phenomenal observational skills. The rest of the cross-examination was a formality. The damage was done. Mr. Allen had nothing left. He mumbled a few more questions before retreating to his table, defeated. The prosecutor, seeing his opportunity, simply stood up and said, "The prosecution rests, Your Honor." He didn't need to say another word. The witness had said it all. The trial concluded shortly after. The jury went to deliberate, but they weren't gone for long. When they returned, the verdict was swift and unanimous. Guilty. The defendant's fate had been sealed not by the prosecutor's arguments, but by his own lawyer's disastrous mistake. A single question designed to create doubt ended up eliminating it entirely. This incredible story is a powerful reminder of the high stakes in a courtroom and the unpredictable nature of human testimony. It shows how a desperate gamble can go horribly wrong and how the truth can be revealed in the most unexpected ways. It wasn't just a legal victory. It was a psychological one. The witness didn't just answer a question. He outsmarted the lawyer at his own game. So what do you think? Was it the lawyer's arrogance that was his downfall? Or was it the witness's simple, honest perception? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more incredible tales from the real world.